Between a dead end and Madison Street.
Cheers.
Incident squad 26, ALS, sick person.
35 years of age.
We got 70 degrees. What time is it? 70 degrees, 1:03 p.m. on November 16th, 2019. Welcome to the Saturday edition of the LOUDLABS show with me, Scott Lane, coming at you live from his car. All right, I just got done feeding a story. I got myself a fiery crash. A mom and her 8-year-old son were transported from the other vehicle, not the one that caught fire. That was a big yard sale. And as I turned, two things caught my attention together. If I wasn't mistaken, I think I saw a snowboard leaning against a tripod. I like tripods. I like snowboards. Let's go see what kind of deal I can snag out of here. Not that I need a tripod or a snowboard, but I do know people that need both. Let's see what we got. Is that a tripod? That I saw what I saw. Definitely saw what I saw. So that is a tripod and a snowboard. Huh, I like the kid's snowboard. I'm gonna have to go look at that. I do know a kid that needs a snowboard. And for birthdays and Christmases, you don't give used things. So I'm not gonna give anybody a snowboard for a birthday or Christmas. But if I can buy a cheap snowboard, now I don't have to rent one. I'll be right back. I don't know if this guy wants me putting his house on TV. Or, excuse me, on the internet.
Engine 24, squad 37, ALS injury. 37224, The Grove, Mimosa Way. Here. Engine 23, squad 98, difficulty breathing. 16141, Eucalyptus Avenue, Unit 13, Flora Vista Street. Engine squad 60, full arrest. 24100, Calabasas Road.
Rescue 14, back bay, 910, 15, crossing.
David handle 1 911 Orange Boulevard and Garfield Avenue at McDonald's. You will result with care with meal.
Incident squad 45, vehicle versus pedestrian with sheriff en route. 4333 Candlewood Street, Lakewood Boulevard.
North to Garden Grove. Copy Garden Grove.
1165 West Loma Vista Street, San Jose Place.
Sweet.
FB81, your status?
So that guy has a kids Moro, which is a good company, snowboard that he wants to sell for 50 bucks. I looked at it. It's well worth 50 bucks. I'm gonna come back with 40 bucks and get a new snowboard for Dade Man, which is sweet because I won't have to rent him boards anymore, and then Bronson can grow into it, and then I actually have boards for after that.
464 Rescue 33, immediate dispatch, auto versus pedestrian.
But I'm not mad at that at all. Also, I believe I had a missed call. I'll be right back. Lone Ranger-ish. I hate starting off the stream like this, but I will. You're wrong. It will snow in California. It is gonna snow in SoCal. And for a beginner, Dade, local mountains are great for the type of snow that he's doing. Also, don't forget, for me, Mammoth is just a drive away, Tahoe is just a drive away, and to be honest, Mammoth is just a flight away nowadays. So you can try to rain on my parade all you want, but dude, I've been snowboarding how long now? More than half my life? Yeah. So you're not gonna take that away from me. And I know a good deal when I see one, and I just saw one, so I'm gonna go grab Dade a snowboard. They also had a girls one, but Michaela's not into it, so there's no need for me to do that. Plus, I have one actually that Michaela could ride. Just needs some smaller bindings.
Copter 16, ALS injury at Canyon High School. With the engine 128 from 107 on scene, 19300 Maydall Street, White Canyon Road. LZ will be the football field of Canyon High School. On V11 direct. Incident 101, ALS Bike Rescue, 431 West 7th Street, Indian Hill Boulevard, stage for PD and route.
Engine 56, 100, Engine 56, Rescue 76, fall, 100, Griffin Park.
LA testing station 140, 54321. LA testing station 140, 12345.
All right, so because I just sent out a story, the stations know I'm out, and one of the stations called me asking if I had footage of something that took place about an hour ago. And the answer to that is no. Which is a bummer. But I might be able to go acquire some.
35th place in Normandy for DC vehicle versus bus, incident 2398.
Vehicle versus bus. That's a good call. But I also don't like going to a story late, so I don't know if I want to show up there right now and waste my time. What's up, Al? How's it hanging, brah? Hee hee. Yeah, that's what I was hearing yesterday, Al, when I was reading some of the comments while I was at the school. I saw that. You're good, that's good.
Twelve 140, no RA. I just need a traffic unit.
Hey, I have a question. Anybody here know anything about Dodge Chargers? Anyone? Bueller? You work for Dodge. Octavio! All right, so my question is, when I'm searching for parts, they ask what kind of car this is, and sometimes they don't have, actually all the time, they never have the option of what this is, because it's the police package. So, I have a 2014 Dodge Pursuit police package. What is that equivalent to for a regular Dodge? Is it an SR, SR8, STX, whatever those letters and numbers and colors are? What is the Pursuit model, I believe is what this is called, because the Ford are Interceptors and this is the Pursuit. So what is a Pursuit model, the 214 Pursuit model, in comparison to with the civilian model? Please and thank you.
45 and 30, engines 98, 115, 94, 45, Quint 20.
That's us.
115.
That's far away from here.
21. Apartment structure fire. 16109 Woodruff Avenue, Alondra Boulevard.
Woodruff and Alondra, huh? Damn. Octavio, if I don't see your answer, please email it to me, or make sure that I respond. But I gotta listen for a size up. It's actually, it's not far from here, it's just not close.
3250 Big Dalton Avenue, Garvey Avenue, and Walmart.
Which is cool because now I don't have to go chase that other story. I don't want to go chase a story that I already missed. Basically what happened was, there was a Dodge Charger RT Scat Pack RT. So it's the RT. So we're gonna go RT. What's this guy doing?
Engine 148, BLS abdominal pain.
I think he's trying to exit, but that's not a lane. So there is a female Democratic convention going on in Long Beach right now at the convention center. And apparently there was some Trump supporters and a couple guys went over to the Trump supporters, and there was a fight. Fox 11 was wondering if I have any footage of that fight. I don't, but I'm guessing whoever does is in the process of sending it to the stations. Now, I'm not talking about stringers. Are all on their way down there themselves to shoot just the story, the B-roll. And then when the stations show up there, the big news van, stuff like that, people will walk up and say, I have this. I'd have to go there and start asking around, which puts me in a spot where I'm not going to get a story unless something else happens, but there's a heavy police presence, which means there's a dozen cops there. That in itself is a story, but I'm not the one who's going to shoot it almost 2 hours later now. I actually had to take a ride earlier today with Moms. He drove into Hollywood. She didn't want to stream. But back to Octavio. It's the RT 5.7 engine. Yes, I do. What was the other question? Hold on one second. Not really gonna look and see what the other question. It had something to do with the brakes. A single hole or a double hole. I forgot what it was. But the fact that you just answered me the RT, that's gonna help me out a lot. Thanks. Now let's listen up for that size up. Jojo, what's it gonna say on my VIN number? Because this is a pursuit package, so I don't know if whenever I have options and things to buy for parts, it doesn't have that option. So I need to make sure that I got the right thing.
Engine 57, Long Beach, Rescue 11, ALS injury, 31st District, 7210, East Alondra Boulevard, Mexico Avenue, Sheriff on scene.
And go. All right, size up.
16109 Woodruff. This is a barbecue in the backyard. Cancel the assignment to leave the complex.
Barbecue in the backyard. What's up, guys? So yeah, Red 5 is gonna 1022 that. Red 5 is also, I love how I'm talking about me in the third person. I am not gonna go to the convention center and grab B-roll of that. It's not something I want to do. Like I said, the stations are all gonna go there and do it themselves, so I don't need to do that. Yeah, no, I got you. I understand. I have a VIN number. It's sitting right there. But on the VIN number, is that gonna say I have an RT? That's what I was curious. I'm curious what my police package is equivalent to in a civilian model when I want to buy parts and things like that. Freeman, that right there, every Thanksgiving morning, man, it happens somewhere. It's like Halloween, vehicle versus pedestrians. It's gonna happen. So on Thanksgiving mornings, I always tell my dudes, look out for that early morning 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. fire. And I got one a couple years ago in Long Beach. It was a good one. It was a good one because people deep frying their turks.
If we find them in 13, we'll be coming on the trail and end up right up the hill, dude.
So as I was saying, who was it? Oh, Mr. Saint. I know exactly what model I have. I have a Dodge Charger Pursuit. But when I go to buy parts, and it gives you the drop-down option of the submodel of what you have, Pursuit's not in there. Not one single time have I ever had the option of Pursuit, unless I'm trying to sell it or buy it. Then it gives me the option of a Pursuit, or I'm trying to sell the car or buy the car. But when it comes to buying parts, it doesn't. The submodel doesn't give me that option. So I was wondering what I click on, and everyone's saying I click on the RT. So RT very much.
Incident 74.
Where am I from originally? Kathleen, right here.
Incident Patrol 128, Squad 107.
La Palma, California.
At Canyon High School.
Right on the border of Orange County, LA County. Spent half my life in Orange County, the other half in LA County. Well, I can't say that anymore because I'm older. Spent the first part of my life in Orange County, but I still go back there all the time. I'm going back tomorrow. We got Godson Days tomorrow.
161, ALS injury, 12234 Oxford Avenue, 122nd Street.
Cynthia, but mine is it's a police model. I don't think they make the Challenger in a police model.
Engine 25, Squad 39, difficulty breathing, 7228 South Curve
Where am I going?
Avenue, Rex Road.
Yeah, let's go to Compton. Or we'll go through Compton. Let's make our way to, I tell you where I'm going. Just have to watch and figure it out. They do make a police, Diamond K, they do make a Pursuit Challenger. That's pretty sweet.
Incident Squad 36, jet speed, 22617 South Vermont.
I'm interested in the SUV. Those are starting to show up now. I haven't seen one,
They don't have any of it.
I haven't seen a non-police one yet. But they've been out long enough to where we're going to start seeing them. And if I had to jump in an SUV, I'd want that. I'd want the Dodge Police Pursuit. I know they make I know they make the Charger, and I know they make the Durango. I didn't know they made the Challenger. Ah, you were wrong. Bam! Check me out. I'm not as dumb as I look. Okay, maybe I am. I haven't got where I've gotten with my smarts. I've gotten where I've gotten with my hustle. 5 things to do this job. 6th thing I can't teach you. It's called the hustle. Matter of fact, they named episode 1 after that. Actually, I need to take this thing to Dodge this week anyway, so I can probably get all my questions answered then. But I get bored and I like to do shopping online.
Incident 17, Center Rescue, 614, North Lapeer Drive, Melrose Avenue, Incident 193, 191, La Habra 2, vehicle versus pedestrian, City of Phoenix, Petwood, 125, 125 West, Erie Highway, Euclid Street.
Yeah, Diamond, that's why I was a little surprised that they made one of the Challenger. When you said that, I was like, what? But it wouldn't surprise me if CHP had 1 or 2 just for show, you know? It's like they have, LAPD has a Lamborghini police car. You think that thing's out there? I think they even have a Tesla now. It's all marketing, man. And for Dodge, I wouldn't be surprised if they did have one just for show, you know? Yeah, David A., that sounds amazing, but I need the police edition. And it has everything to do with where the gear shifter is. If the gear shifter is down there by your legs and by the radio, that ain't gonna work for me in the equipment. I need it up on the tree. And that's how you can tell the difference between a police model and a regular model, is where that gear shifter is.
Copy, sir. Thank you for rolling out.
On the, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we use these vehicles, is they do hold the equipment best. It's really easy to buy the equipment for it. If I was to get a regular Durango, there's a lot of custom stuff that needs to be done. A lot of custom fabricating.
Incident squad 5-8, medical
Nah, mean?
Lawson Avenue.
Nah, mean?
Diabetic, 1259 West 2nd Street.
Oh, you're giving me the specs for the new, for the Popo. Gotcha. I just didn't see where it said it, that's all. But yeah, I bet you that thing's a beast. I'm looking forward to owning one day. It's gonna be a while though. Kathleen, I do. Isn't it somewhere in California?
2013 or 2033.
Are we going to 57, 27, 26, 27, 10 of the phone, no, with mental illness, 031 Camarillo. Code 3, incident 2460, RE is 1555. At the Dearborn Park. Amplified music coming from a large standby jumper. Code 2, incident 2454, RE 1755.
Check of shorts. This has the subway. Black 55 is right.
David A., isn't that, yeah, I was gonna say, I see your sad face. I was gonna say, isn't that a little small to be for a battalion chief? Aren't they usually in the SUVs? They have Expeditions now, but it's usually Suburbans, right? Yes, David, just from the chat here. I try to keep it light, try to keep it fluffy, and try to keep the haters at bay. And everybody here is on the same page. We don't like to, no one yells at each other. Every once in a while, someone will tell someone to leave, and that's for, you know, they're being mean or rude. And I don't block people too often.
2485.
Stereo systems. The kids today, man, it ain't like it was back in the day. Back in the day, they made laws because of people's stereos. You couldn't have your, to this day, you still turn your radio down when you're near a police officer. That's not how it was in the 60s, 70s, and mid 80s. About the late 80s, the cars started going boom, 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 and laws started coming into play. But nowadays, man, radio is like the first thing you do. Back in the day when you got a car, is you could have the most ugliest, poopiest car, but your system rocked. Nowadays, people don't care about their systems. They just want to make sure their phone hooks up to it. Make sure my phone's on there and I can get my messages. I can get my Instagram and I YouTube. And I can Facebook. What's the biggest fire covered? I don't know, probably a brush fire.
076837.
Are you talking brush? Or are you talking building? I don't know. All I know is Red 5 stage.
W station 32 by the code 4 with the 14 on Gravilia, certified GPA tail, confirm Gravilia.
Where do we want to stage? How about right there? That looks cool because I like the shade. I'm down with the shade.
Kings Pine Road, Willowwood Road.
I used to hang out in this parking lot way before this fence was put in and cut out half my parking lot. Boom.
Motorhome, Garrett A. McCluskey, 3498 California Avenue, Norco. It's 415 man, third and Fuller, in front of the KFC. Rolling in the middle of the street, suspect male. Incident 2492, RD 725, stand by for additional.
Alright, hold on a second.
751 Cook 6415 Michelin, Colorado.
120 Maple, 120 East Maple.
Copy, sir.
Alrighty, so
You can check your door and rated, pulse generated on the area of Main and 70.
alright, what are we doing here? Don't you love people to jump in and tell you what to do? How to fire? Yes. How many miles on my charger? What do I got? 60,000. And it needs to get an oil change and probably a tune-up. Diamond, that's crazy. That is crazy. And all right, so let's see something here. Boom, 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 doot, doot. Ooh, let's go here. Boom. So you're gonna say that. See, that doesn't work, right? No. Boom. All right. Do I have dual piston front caliper or do I have single piston front caliper? Guys, which is it? Am I a single piston or am I a dual piston in my Dodge? What's my fastest speed?
We have a light colored sweatshirt.
All right, Michael.
But,
right?
no
I figured as much.
thrown around or anything like
But you
that,
gotta ask.
We're gonna be on
You gotta
Colorado,
ask these
just
things.
West of Michelin.
Your husband says dual.
And it's gonna be a female.
Nice. Well, thank you everyone for all of your awesome answers and responses. Now, let me do you a favor and try to find us a story. Actually, I can show you an earlier story I had. How about we do that? I acquired some cell phone footage. Let's see if you can figure out. Boom. All right, so that's cell phone footage. Let's see if you can figure out when the cell phone footage stops. It's obvious.
90.
Sounds like the story of the day is in Long Beach.
419 Stephanie Street.
Nah, this isn't the story of the day. This is just fluff. It's just fluff. You see reflections everywhere. Brr, brr. That's when I got there. So bummed. So yeah, that's the story that I already shot. That's not the story of the day. The story of the day is going to be that Democratic convention thing. It sounds like anytime you get people fighting because of our elections, it's news. And like I said, I don't want to. Oh, I was wondering where that was. There it is, right there. Son of a biscuit. I thought I cut it out. You're an idiot.
Engine 152, elastic person. 401 North Azusa Avenue.
That's why.
At Wall Street.
That's why. All right, dummy. I edited it wrong. But whatever. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. I know the person that shot it, so if I see it on TV weird, I'll know where it came from. I'll know it was mine. All right, so we have that. All right, boom. Woo! Boom.
Station 51 West code 415 business, Colorado, Mission Linda, CPGK ATL code 4.
Yeah. Oh, I got it right on the stage. All right. So, I have a good feeling, guys. I have a good feeling.
147 David or 142 Adam 6.
How did that happen, by the way? That's where. How did that get there? That's crazy.
Sedan or an SUV?
It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. All right, guys. What should we talk about? Actually, how about we don't talk? You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to listen to try to get a story. How about that?
7 David 10-9, your last please regarding the license plate.
26 Murray, 1 is code 6, return from your hill.
West WJ John 4, 1318 West WJ 4. Informant. Hey, it's 16-2. Give me a call when you get this message, or we can get a checklist before you go to that landmark call.
She also 95 you come out of this well.
This is for street.
This is 173. Taylor, big person with PD on scene. City Boulevard, Village Drive. Engine 34, BLS Lake Rescue. 21920, Burn Avenue, Carson Street.
He goes from the customer on 2. 10 on 2. Street 966 West 88th Street. Suspect female, black, 25 years old, no clothing, armed with a hammer.
First source, Jason, what you talking about?
1801, unit time identified.
Oh, thank you, Cynthia. What you talking about, Willis? Mr. Saints, I use Lightworks. David A., that's funny, man. A lot of people carry pepper spray. I don't. I don't like carrying things in my pocket except for the things that are necessary. And if I have pepper spray, I'd rather hit someone in the face than spray them with something. Because if I hit him in the face, that puts me in contact with him, and I can control the situation better than that. I got into a confrontation probably 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago with a stringer. He got in my face, I pushed him, and he grabbed the pepper spray, and I just laughed at him.
Engine 23
What's that guy doing?
ELS traffic collision with CHP on.
Hold on a second.
Westbound 91 at Lakewood Boulevard.
Hold on. We might have to go check something out. Or not. That's mental. That's mental. That's There's a bum over there who's it looks like he was making love to the wall.
Here the dry dock and use oil dumping, trying to break in the recycle area. The surprise is pulling out gear on the other side of the fence. Tag is 42. Unit less than 1.
The guy out in Philly with News Life on his hands. Oh, gotcha. You meant the you met the you met this guy. You met that guy, right on. I know, David. I know. I gotcha. When I go to those things, I'm not there to fight. I'm there to record. I'm not gonna get into it. I wear. I'm usually my skateboard's nearby. That's so I can move about. I'm usually wearing a skateboard helmet with a camera on top of it. I have my vest. I have a small camera, not a big camera. What does he do? Jason, what does he do? Does he I mean, is he a stringer? Does he work for a station? Does he have a Facebook page? Did you tell him I said hello? So what we're talking about is there's a stringer in Philadelphia who knows a cameraman who put those on his fingers a little differently than me, and after the TV show.
Go across the street, the PR is locked in the second story. The front door is open, it's not incident, 2-by-3-4.
That's funny. Back to Lightworks. We use Lightworks because it has a fast processing. If you're familiar with Final Cut or any other thing, go ahead and use that. If I use Lightworks because it's fast and it's simple.
The third party is pulling out gear on the other side of the fence. Tag is 42.
Fast and simple. It's because we have competition. If you don't have competition, you don't need something fast.
Actually, they just put on code 4. You can disregard code 4. Just said you advise you there. Code 4.
Chanel, yes I do. Yes I do. It's the LOUDLABS show. Boop. It's funny you say that, David. They're not. They're $139. I just got one the other day. What I did with mine was, this is the DJI. Comes like this. I have a couple ways I can go about it. So I have a handle right here. I can put it on there. So this will now I have this for multiple reasons. If I go to a story, I'm not taking the toy. There's no reason to take the toy because that's not why I'm here. I'll just put you guys on my camera because I have to go to work, remember? But if I go somewhere where I don't need to record, but it's still good streaming, because that's where it's kind of going in my life, I got this. And so I got this. I already had all of this at the house. So I put this on there, and now I got my phone going, and this thing just looks a little more professional. Or, hold on. sick female. So this is one little setup that I have with the gimbal. So, you know, nighttime looks a little more professional. Or what I've also done, I haven't tried this yet. Hold on. I was thinking about this the other day. And the answer to that's going to be no. So now, what I did was, so they have the, you know, the thing. It comes with a tripod. Comes with the tripod. But what I did was, and I used this on episode 217, the beginning of 217, while I was at the high school yesterday. What I did was I put my time-lapse turner on there for a couple reasons. One, so I can do time-lapse. And two, it makes it a little bigger and a little better and easier to kind of hold, makes it more of a thing. So when I'm doing this, I can just set you guys down, turn it, and it will just slowly turn, and I don't have to do anything on it. So this didn't come with it. This I got at Best Buy. I walked into Best Buy and bought it. This you can just get, anywhere. What's the weight? I don't know, but I'm guessing if you Google it, it'll tell you. This is the Mobile 3. Osmo Mobile 3. D, I always say J. G. I always say DJI, but it's DJI. No, it's $139. You can get they come at $119.
Go through it to the 2558 or
You can get it for $119, but it doesn't come with two things, which aren't a big deal. But I've never seen anybody sell the $119. You can find it, you just can't buy it. So the $139 package is what they call the combo package, and your Best Buy will definitely have that. It's $139 for the combo package. It won't come with this. This right here, all you got to do is here, I can put a link on right now. Time-lapse timer. There's a simple one right there, Amazon. This one is cool because the one that this particular one comes with a cell phone holder on it too. So you can actually just use, I got this for my GoPro time lapse. When I started doing time lapse with my GoPro, taking pictures every 3 seconds or whatever. And now that's not good.
Do you know what traffic you're coming in unreadable?
Oh, cool. And now they have it to where you can, they have a cell phone holder. You just put your cell phone on top of the timer and you can use your cell phone as the, now this isn't the exact one I have, but it's basically the same thing.
Charles 88.
And then there's this one that's all fancy like.
I
almost want to do this just because it's cool looking. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay. Oh, that's why. Alright, well, screw you.
331, do you need the unit to respond code 3?
That won't work either. Alright, these links are longer than 200 letters, and I'm only allowed to use 200 letters. So, all you gotta do is just Google time-lapse timer, and you'll see it. They're anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks. Just Google time-lapse timer.
Residence incident 2566. Roger.
That's a good question. What do I want? I want that or do I want that? I like that. That's kind of cool though. Ooh, 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 ooh.
162, squad 14, Boulevard. 120th Street, Crenshaw Boulevard.
Sun Pack, also available at Best Buy, 22 bucks. This is Rode. I believe these are a $1.09. And then this is old school camera. I had all this already. The gimbal you were looking at for $8.99, that probably held a DSLR or whatever. It probably held a camera, not your phone. You're looking at a crazy one. But this one, this is good. This is awesome. I have the Osmo. I think it's just the Osmo. The original camera that came out where it has the 4K camera on top. I have that, but it doesn't really work so well. I can't use it for live. So I tried to use that camera to go through YouTube, but it'll flash gray every like 15, 20 seconds. I got a new phone. I thought that would fix it, but it didn't. So this thing is a new toy. I just got to use it yesterday. I literally think I got it yesterday. I did. Yesterday, Friday? Yeah, I got it yesterday. And I used it last night. But it's one of those toys where it's not really for work. It's more for the stream.
31 Grand Side, northbound 710, south of Roadside.
Medication 6-4, that's 6-8. Difficulty breathing. DPD on scene, foreign and dishonest. Forensic dishonest. Be an adult male.
Unit 161-43 Napa. Your full unit destination, your cabin broken.
17 PL2, station call 16413 Napa Street.
17 PL2, Roger. Resident.
73, status. Confirming rescue 72. Officer 743 has for double.
Thanks.
Western. Thank you. Good night.
That's going to be 616365 027 11.
You know what? Go away then. How about that?
This is a response to Broadway and Washington. We're going to be south of Washington and Broadway. Roger, 57 clear. Double game over. 1841, 1841, you're 415 man. 558 West 87th Street is now code 2.
That's awesome.
Now black 57 years, gray long sleeve shirt, khaki pants. Sitting in the front patio. Monitor comments for health and safety. 2523. New York side in front of 3939.
Oh, that's about right. Why you gotta be like that? All right, I'll see you later. Disconnect. Nobody liked you anyways.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Hey, sir, correction. 911 be with me on the north end of the parking lot from Arrow, and we'll roll in from there. Copy that.
Dude.
From C7 to the 10 miles.
Engine 34, squad 30, unconscious person. Carson Street, Pioneer Boulevard.
Previous dispatch of conscious.
Quinton, squad 164, 5213, Central Avenue, Randolph Street. Following Adam, any mileage of 15 now, taxied at 1359. Additional units, 1087 and raised at 920. Go ahead.
Hehehe. 289. I almost reached out to you to let you know I was gonna be there, so you can come over and say hi, but I didn't.
We haven't arrived.
I don't know why I didn't. I think I just kind of got involved in what I was doing. So, and that explains why you have the shots that you have. Who was the on scene? Was it Steve? Or was it Jason?
If you guys can acknowledge that, great.
And frequencies are clear for traffic.
Good morning. And
Oh, you refuse to go back. There's no further on this topic.
it's a nice day. It's a really nice day. Oh. What a difference on a little bit of tidbits. Come on, man. Stop being so rude.
Incident squad 151, full arrest. 340 North Wabash Avenue, Bennett Avenue, Glendora Gardens.
Medication 41, fall victim. South Bay Retirement, 1001 West Preston, south of Bobby Parker. For a 72-year-old female in apartment 109, 4341.
Henry Andrew, female transport, Temple Station, mileage noted, 1401 hours.
So 31
That's fine, thank you. Liquidity at 132 lane, see advising code 499 TM. Hi, so far.
There seems to be an issue with the phone line. The call's not going through and disconnecting. Called 3 times now.
Being in the parking lot, no one. Engine 148, Class 147 exposure, 41st District. Imperial Highway, Wilmington Avenue.
North Bridge 68. 898.
You back for 2 boy? 7-2 now.
289. Gotcha. You should have. I was actually thinking that you might come by and say hi because you saw that I was there. Dad, hello? And Rick. A lot of things I can say about that guy. But I won't. Alright, let's find out where we're going. And let's get there. Let's get there real quick.
Male wife, ground over ground, 58, 160, 50, 01, 1778, CMA.
Go ahead, 42.
Yeah, we won't get into Rick too much, but he feels he needs to tell everybody. He needs to tell everybody how to shoot and how not to shoot, and then we'll do exactly what he just told you not to do because he thinks he's different than what you are. Ask him how many jackets he's had taken away from him. All right. Uh-oh. That's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to do. Shoot. Shoot.
From truck 39, we'll say 870 in emergency.
Top engine, 44, split to 42. Reporting grass fire, northbound 7010 at Alondra. Engine 44.
We're headed to a crash in front of us, and that's why there's all this traffic. I don't know how bad the crash is, and I don't know how far we're gonna get. But the fact that it's backing up this far back is good and bad. We're also gonna get charged for being here right now. But we'll deal with that one later. At some point, this is going to get elevated, and the rest of it's going to go down. I don't know if we're going to get stuck on that or what. All right, so here is the fire department still trying to make their way over there.
7619 Ken Guard at Roadside.
So we should be coming up on it. It says 110 at Florence. We're on the 110. Florence is coming up. We also don't want to pass it.
8158, 215 Manchester, 32612, already close to 9.
Alright, show me code 6, or actually show me on a follow-up. I'm going to be north of 101, I'm going to be west of 201.
Alrighty, so
443, take your pick, they're all open.
here it comes. Let's see what we're dealing with. Alright, looks like everything has been moved over to the right. Yep.
28, squad 191.
Everything moved to the right, non-injury. Well, I wonder how much that just cost me. Hopefully, only $1.90.
123 clear, 2590. Squad 191 cancel.
241, what do you have for heavy duty tow?
3, section 7 across all of them.
No, you don't pay to use the carpool lane. You pay to use the toll lane.
1715 Willie Avenue.
From the women's operational incident to 615.
6 on the regular 3. First base
Unit missing the bill to pull it in for off.
Engine and squad 191, Polaris, 59 area, 16400, East Whittier at Jordan River.
repairs or anything, or if anyone should be in the loop.
What time is it? 2, huh? Alright, how long have we been going? Alright, I got dad duties. I
Quinn
forgot.
and squad 158, difficulty.
That's why I'm out right now.
2507 154 is at Birchie.
Lisa has a shampoo party to go to tonight. And I'm in charge of the kids. She has to leave a little early to go help set up. So yeah, I'm not working tonight. If I do work, it'll be like the late shift or early shift, however you want to look at it. Like I could come out at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, who knows? But I won't be out tonight for the most part. I don't know, AGP. Why is it? I feel like that's the setup of a joke. I don't call it the graveyard. Some people do. I don't. I call it great. The great yard. To move about town, not to deal with people, deal with traffic. The city's much prettier at night during the day. It's not the prettiest of places.
Like 132, handle 132 Adam, and 132 8 is not 4640 up Avenue.
North Arizona Avenue.
The parties are arguing over crack
You send me the vandalism.
25 Roger. And 90th to 13115 South Center.
David A. One of your questions, are you still with us, David? One of your questions earlier, or actually as a statement earlier, caught my attention. The one where you said, if I put hashtags, are you saying that I should put hashtags in the title? I like that idea. I can do that. It just takes me longer to make the title. It already takes me forever to get it going.
Last 239. 19.64 black and brown. Attempting suicide, 5 means of overdose on pills. Code 3 incident. 2637 RD 1761.
Dude, people who litter are gay. And not in the cool West Hollywood way either.
Go through from Van Alden and Palmer to 500 Laughlin Street. Daryl Street at a code duty ringer 19808 Nordoff Place at Better Office Products Company. Incident 2640.
Denise, I used to in the beginning, I don't anymore.
That's 857 LG stated it's clear to enter. Hold back.
Engine 143, squad 149, unconscious person. 30546 San Martinez Road, Evening Side Drive.
Location.
Incident 2622.
5 years archetype cage. Control it. Short night, we'll make sure it's like 10. Awesome night. Still customers in 2447.
Engine 117, outside Gas Lake, 1631. Chino Vista Port at 16th.
Dakota Ringer 19808 Nordoff Place. Incident 2640.
Life Force 96. Life Force 96, that's the 107. You can...
George.
84.
Yo, attached to rescue 41 diabetic, 1431 North Christian Avenue, across the sunset, channel 4 response.
What are you responding to? Life Force 10, rescue 66, pulse to the radio. Stroke. 638 West 92nd, crossing over.
Battalion 10, Engine 47, out of service mechanical 1 hour.
Both rescues.
Engine 130, medical alarm, 43929 59th Street West at 4th Street. Engine and squad 32 start, 334 Angelino at 3rd.
And John Boy, 129.
Zero view disregard 12157 San Fernando Road. CPR in apartment 109 will direct apartment 105. Suspects are 5 male Hispanics, 18 years. Number 1 wearing a black shirt, white shorts. Threatened here at 907 with a gun. So 2 incident 2650.
Life Force 33, engine 3, rescue 10, will call on the radio, seizure 139.
Damn.
East Holden Avenue plus Wall Street.
449, last 4 business 7496.
27,
Diabetic, 189, 57 at all.
Robert George, expiration 12/18/2019.
24 Life Force 74, let's say 74 traffic, eastbound, 10 freeway some.
I'd like to run another.
Uh-oh.
8 Davis Charles Jr. 715. No longer at the job.
Ride with you. The average pay to be a stringer? You probably lose money.
43
14960 taken street, code 2 incident 2634 981.
076, expiration 12/8.
Ellen, yeah, I went to a fiery crash in the city of Downey. I also went to...
Point 15, squad 28, person injured, 16111, Cornell.
That's it.
At Cloveland.
That's the only thing I fed. There was a story in Long Beach, but I didn't go to it.
Junior, 5910 South Olive Street, the city.
8035, 8035, handles in Long Beach, 330 Bagley Avenue.
Yes, Kenneth, I agree. I agree. Gabriel, a mother and her 8-year-old were transported.
345 Peach Street, apartment Charles, Monterey Park.
What borough? LA doesn't have boroughs. But I am in South Los Angeles. As pretty South LA as you can get. I mean, I can go souther, but that's not the South Los Angeles that we know.
And freeway in the village on that side.
Nobody can give the PR flag down.
5'3" here, white sleeveless shirt, pushing the shopping cart towards the freeway lane.
It's good to get in at 2659 and 782.
County medication 648 for the mat down. In a planter near the football field. At County High School. 646.
Here's my clothing.
For the white Charger.
Nothing further.
212-266-100, 1643. Ambulance, batteries, domestic violence, 10618 South Figueroa Street, 10618 South Figueroa Street. Big information. Subject is the boyfriend, a male black.
No, Alberto. South LA. There is no such thing as South Central.
Engine 145, squad 119, traffic collision.
As a matter of fact,
18499 Barroso at risk.
go to a map and tell me if you see South Central. That dude literally is taking a leak right there on the left. He walked up and he had to pee bad. But if you can see South Central on a map, let me know. It's a job of passion. That's what I tell everybody. It's a job of passion. And I'm very passionate. Ooh, what color am I? There we go. It's a job of passion, and I'm very passionate.
Going back to October 31st.
I also show my age during the day, don't I?
620A36
Kenneth, I do it all the time.
600.
And the thing that I do is, who cares?
All units at Grand Theft occurred 5 minutes ago.
Who cares? We can all agree it was a bad dude. We can all agree we wanted him dead. So what? He's dead. So what if somebody killed him? So what if he killed himself? Who cares? To me, at this point, I believe the Epstein thing is like flat earthers. They're just saying it to create something to talk about. Flat earthers don't really believe in flat earthers. And some Epstein people, I think it's just now a joke. Like, who cares? He's dead. Does it matter who killed him? Does it make a difference on how you proceed in your day? Are you still going to go to work? Are you still going to order food? Are you still going to put that food in your mouth? Who cares? Kenneth's not trolling. Kenneth isn't trolling. But I believe that the flat earthers and the Epstein people are trolling, just looking for a reaction. You got to understand, man, I'm a reaction person. I've been getting reactions since the day I can remember. And that was probably somewhere in the 1976 time era is when my mind started remembering the things that was going on. And I've been getting reactions out of people forever. So when I see flat earthers and I see this Epstein thing and I notice where it's placed and how it's placed, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Getting old? Nah. I got old. What's up, Zona? How you doing? And that's not a how you doing. That's a Joey. How you doing? But it's not though, because I'm married.
Roger on the campus.
901 Ventura, incident 2653. All units 5413115, south over, no trouble.
Can you verify the address and their apartment number indicated?
Battalion 10, engine 90, out of service mechanical, half hour.
16 export is responding.
Engine in squad 134, testing 43830, pushing west. West Avenue J12.
Yeah, Michelle. That's what they say. That's what they say.
Difficulty breathing. Around 8626 Firestone.
Hello, Melbourne. Ozzy.
For a 70-year-old female. Medication 61, rescue 645. 646 cancel, 646.
HCN, there are people whose ears know what the tones are for. I just hear the tones and I pay attention. It doesn't make a difference if I know what they're for, because I still need to listen to the numbers and letters that are said afterwards. So when I hear the tones, I pay attention. Now, I do know the difference between short tones and long tones. The shorter tones are going to be our accidents and fires. The long tones are the brush fires and airport responses. Am I coming out? Am I coming back out tonight? Yes and nope. I won't be out before midnight, I can tell you that. If I do come out, it'll be after midnight. And yeah, I've been to Canada a handful of times. I'm not allowed back. Unless I go to the consulate and grab a piece of paper. But yeah, I can't go back into Canada without that paper. Otherwise, I'm going to go to a Canadian prison. And the places that I've been to in Canada are all the same. Whistler. And Blackcomb, but same thing. Same.
1521, 1521, real traffic, Victory and Colinga, Victory and Colinga.
What happened in Canada? Nothing happened in Canada. My mouth got me in trouble, that's all. I just talked about this recently. So I used to do a yearly thing in Canada. I would go there every year and go snowboarding. And I think the fifth time I went, I was going through customs, and they're like, "You have any alcohol and tobacco on you?" And I'm like, "Nope, not yet." And they're like, "Hey, come through here." So I went through customs, and when they ran my record, I've been arrested for a lot of things. Convicted for very little of them, but I've been arrested for a lot of things. So when you've been arrested for certain things, those certain things equal a number. My number was too high to let me into Canada. Now, I'd been there previous with that same record for the most part. But yeah, that's the short story. But all I gotta do is go to the consulate, and I can get it.
Incident squad 111, allergic reaction, Providence urgent care 24035, Newhall Ranch Road at Bridgefield.
Ellen, no, I do notice a difference since the show, though. I do notice the difference. I notice a difference since the show. But during the day or night, nah, I don't notice a difference.
Underneath the white Mercedes 250 in the street, holding a hammer. Coach 2681, underneath 1219.
Can I name what I've been arrested for? Yeah, it's great. Bank robbery, assault on a police officer, impersonating a firefighter, trespassing on government property. Would you like me to continue? Obstruction of justice. Hey, FS46, everybody drink. Hey, FS46, if it's what I think it is, I'm right around the corner from you, waiting for you to roll on a call. Yeah, Gabriel. The Loud Lab show, episode number 6, I believe. We talked about it. It's discussed. There's video footage to go along with most of it.
Upon arrival and clearing from your additional request, clear your code fixes. After 10 incidents, the system will automatically disco calls in no random order.
That's permanent.
216-143 Napa Street.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's episode 6. So here you go. This is the Loud Lab show, episode 6, where we discuss all my arrests. I've been doing this 20 years, and I tell my guys, if you don't get arrested once, you're not trying.
The PR was only 2 no longer in the area. B27SB2.
Cali Field, you're put in timeout. Don't talk like that. I know it was a joke, but it's like saying, go light that building on fire and record it. It's just things you don't joke about. Bye, Dad. Love you. He was just joking that I should go cut my brake line of my competitors. I should go cut the brake line of my competitors. It's funny, I got accused of doing that in high school. There was, and now you would look at it as a bully. There was a bully who had a very nice Mustang. And no, I didn't do it, as I tell this story. Silver GTR. Okay. Cool. So anyways, Brian Lawson liked to pick on the younger guys. And one day, Brian Lawson's 65 Mustang ran into a fence. Crashed into a fence on the side of the house because his brakes stopped working. He was just mean to me the day before, and people knew I kind of had it in me, but I didn't do it. Like I said, I didn't do it because I wouldn't be talking about it if I did, or I would be telling you that I did because I ain't scared of things I have done. So anyways, I didn't cut Brian Lawson's brake line, but somebody did, and Brian Lawson was a little nicer to everybody after that.
It's going to be at 1799. Swap over his shoulder.
Right, Kenneth? Right?
And a black sweater.
42nd Street.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Now, if I can get the story, it'd be even better.
1 Street south of Washington, just east of Normandy.
Ellen, I was on an episode of Cops once, as a stringer. Stringers LA, that was on True TV, and Shot in the Dark, which was on Netflix. Funhouse, which was, I don't know what channel Funhouse was on. I think Funhouse was on Fox. Power Rangers. I was a bad guy. You didn't say movies, you said TV. What other TV shows have I been in? I think that's it. Right? Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all the TV shows I've been in.
Dispatch, breathing difficulty.
5, Compton Avenue, North 104th Place.
Schedule 36 versus
12 South Flower.
Normandy and Corpo on the top corner, suspect in custody.
641 here, stepping out.
Smart Lizard King suspect vehicle is a black Mercedes 4-door.
The call you just broadcast is related to the incident 2667.
Special Mercy 46, are we canceled? Mercy 46, yes. Station is away, you're canceled.
Now, that is awesome. So, remember how I said earlier people who litter are gay? The homeless dude that lives over in that corner over there, he doesn't even like people littering. He's back there cleaning up. Here, it's probably easier to do this. Even he has pride. I like that, man. I wish I had some cash on me. And I just drank the water that I had. Son of a gun. But I like that, man. I like that a lot. Even this guy has pride. Times are tough, but he still has pride.
5901 Larry Heights Road. Informant on your taxi, porch open and the lock from his one burner. Informant in a white Toyota Corolla in the driveway at
190. Last King Square, Balboa. 2713.
Squad 183, unconscious. 757 East Hawthorne Place, across the San Antonio Avenue.
93, attend my fifth RD.
Alhambra, 6 clicks. 60 outside, 11.2 Walking Way.
Can I get the last word, please?
91 injury, additional low Santa Brand.
Nah, Frazzle, it's 80 degrees out here. He don't need a shirt. I know, Cali Field, and I'm not proud of it either. If you notice on these streams, I rarely cuss, and when I do, I catch myself and I apologize. It's something I'm not proud of. It makes you look, I'm not gonna say lower class, but uneducated. But it doesn't. Now sometimes you throw in a bad word here or there for comic relief, that's cool. But when you're effing this, effing that, he's a this, it just doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good.
5450 Monroe Avenue, west of Idaho Avenue. That's Orville Park in the parking lot.
I gotta stop talking. I think I'm hearing stuff.
44.
The location?
First hand out domestic violence 10601 Sacramento Road. With 217 and already 1543. 30 5 Miracle Liberty Income, 9640 Laurel Road, Matthew Code 257,
Corresponding plate 47
FD notified is still on the line with the PR4.
Avenue, Los Angeles.
Control for rescue 846.
Going in Checking out John 66, Zebra 46, we copied the Zebra plate.
Engine 129, traffic collision, BLS Avenue and Lake Nancy, 10th Street West.
between a tow truck driver, male white,
Engine 23, squad 45, unconscious, 17902 Clark Avenue,
baseball hat worn backwards,
west of Rose Street.
a black shirt and pants. The second suspect also is violating a restraining order on Karen's property. It's code 2 incident 2736 301785.
39 RD 1143.
Alexandria, south of 6.
17 the area for the DP. We're left with them.
Okay, 48, cancel your 415 man at San Fernando Mission and Algora. Suspect GLA.
Everyone, can you show me the 6 Island, north of Franklin? Paul 800, Charles 0.
Can you show us around, please?
It was, last known direction was north from Avalon and 43. No subject description at this time, sir.
Commercial plate 96183 Robert 1. Expiration of May 31st, 2020.
Coming east from
Question
Avalon
on
and
unit
43.
information broadcast on a business journal from 1420 South Flower Street. The subject is Hispanic, brown, 5 feet, 100 pounds, GOV of 11/6, 2003, net bill, life complexion. Last name, wearing a gray sweater and gray leggings. Subject
515 on the radio with rescue 46, difficult respiration, 2532 South Big Row, contact them, channel 4 response.
Engine 244, squad 47, Sierra Madre, engine 41. En route for injury, ALS. Chantry Flats Campground in the parking lot. 2235 North Santa Anita Canyon Road. West of Chantry Flats Trail.
Officers are going to be on the north side of the street working on your patient. 14 RD 755.
Branch 31, Psychological Rescue, BLS, San Luis Street and Spookacre Avenue. Sheriff on scene.
Complaining of pain, firing route, text 310 37.
Into 98 traffic collision BLS M31 area, Alondra Boulevard and Orange Avenue, Sheriff en route. Into 94 squad 30, sick person ALS, 4808 McNabb Avenue, cross of Arbor Road. Incident squad 118 traffic collision ALS, Kalima Road and Albatross Road, Sheriff en route.
Queen 529, are you clear?
31, 25, 29, watch, 2 is in the watch.
Does this guy got to piss again? He does. He got to pee again. Son of a biscuit. Damn it. Not cool. Not cool at all.
Hey, Travis 41, could you get a code B response from 200 Pedro to the shooting call? Unit 30 for them, Spike 3 from 21st 702, 673 then.
What'd you just say? Damn it.
3390 Sheriff, suspect with the shooting call.
Yeah, nice.
24, you're cutting out. Verify unit station red light.
Yeah, I missed a shooting call. I don't know where it is. I just know I'm near it.
7, residential fire alarm, 434, no lane
And it
drive,
might even be
on the
CPR
Roadside
in
Avenue.
progress. And FS64, it's Fire Station 64's.
Engine 32, person BLS, 400 North Durrell Avenue, cross of 4th Street.
Hey, first suspect are now McDonald's, Olympic, and Central, Susquehanna, Hawaii, 49 years, Grace, Square, Park, Pans, Christensen, 2767, RD 1317.
Woo! Why does everybody got to stop like that? Oh, because he's honking at people, that's why. That explains everything.
Yes, can you clarify my call?
There you go, Air 10.
Exactly.
I need a helicopter nearby. Or a crime broadcast. Thank you. Thank you very much.
6.
So I got off at the right spot, and it was kind of where I thought it was. Thank you, dude. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard CPR in progress, so that could have been a different call, because I know you guys also had a different call too. But all right, so we are just a few blocks away.
I'm going to code 6 on that shooting call.
A lot of units there.
Engine 162, squad 14, medical rescue, Van Ness Avenue and El Segundo Boulevard.
Adam and 1 responsive 3. Unit and 1.
You guys are killing me with this street right here. This is why I don't like working during the day. It's hard to move about the cabin. They say you're free to move about the country.
329, move up to cover station.
Control from that. 62, come emergency.
Washington.
Time clear.
Are they doing CPR on him? Yeah. Did you guys say he only had one leg?
I don't know.
No?
Only here.
All right, this is as any to say goodbye. So I'm gonna. The victim has been transported. I barely got him with the big camera. You guys might have saw some of it on the stream, but for the most part, I mean, you want me to zoom in? There's really nothing to zoom into. There's some police officers. There you go. They're over there. What's up? Sure. Yep. So like I said, I'm about to say goodbye right now. So I will feed this and we'll see what happens on the next one. I heard CPRs in both. That was this story or not. But I will say later, losers.